Hello everyone, my name is Loko and welcome to some more StarCraft 2. Today it is time to play another live game for you, and this time around it is going to be a Zerg versus Terran played on Prion Terraces versus none other than Opa. Opa actually, you know, that would actually be OPA, in Dutch would actually be like grandpa. Although I have no idea. I've also heard of Opa Wei, which apparently is something in Korean. I forgot what that was. But either way, we're up against a guy called Opa. Or Opae, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And it's going to be a Terran player spawning on the other side of the map. So, in this specific game, I'm going to try and just play a standard macro-focused game. I think I'm maybe going for some Roach Ravager play, just because I find that to be really difficult to deal with when I do play Terran myself. As you may know, I've been playing quite a lot of random as of late. We're currently somewhere along the higher ranks of Masters, and I actually don't really know how to play very well against Roach Ravagers, which I would say you see probably about 50% or so of the games in Terran versus Zerg, and I figured the best way to learn it is by playing it and losing with it. So you know, I don't want to say I secretly hope that this guy takes my ladder points, but maybe he shows me like an astonishing strategy that works extremely well against him. Now I don't think I played him again, or before. I would have probably recognized his nickname, and I probably would have been able to, you know, realize the fact that he's my grandpa. No, I don't think my grandpa plays video games. Actually, I'm convinced he doesn't. He reads a lot of newspapers though. Maybe does some like crossword puzzles and whatnot, but don't think he plays StarCraft. But anyways, so in this particular case, I'm gonna be opening up with a relatively quick hatchery as well. Hatcheries are very important. He may be building a bunker or something, because that SCV did not go in my main. I'll go ahead and put up another Overlord here. Yep. We'll go ahead and nuke it down. I don't know if it's gonna die in time. Probably won't. Yeah, no, it won't. A little annoying. We'll just have to make sure we deal with it. Did put down the thing immediately, the spine crawler immediately. And I'm gonna be getting the Zergling speed here as well. So basically, like, Reapers are not all that scary, right? You just need to make sure you you micro against them. I did go for really quick Zergling speed, so we should be okay here. Actually, yeah, there's the first Reaper coming in right now. As soon as the spine finishes, though, we should be in a beautiful place. Not gonna chase him off creep. There's no reason to do that. Move this guy up north a little. Move her to the natural, that to the natural as well. And we'll just start attacking now. Right. Alright, droning up behind this. No reason to risk any of this stuff. To get the SCV there. He is going to salvage it, so that's a little frustrating. But in the end, the difference that this makes is very, very minor. We'll start putting up a expansion shortly as well. Did I make an Overlord? I did not make an Overlord, so I'll go ahead and make a... well, I made an Overlord just now, but I'll go ahead and make a third base instead. This is a gold-based mineral patch, so, you know, that's okay. We can get it a little later. That's fine. Wait for these Overlord to spawn, make a bunch of workers, then throw up the Roach Warren as well. Keep in mind, I got the Spine Crawler here. The Spine Crawler is very, very nice. I also have a whole bunch of Zerglings already as well, so I just need to make sure I keep dealing with this. Was that a Hellion? I'm not sure if that was a Hellion or not. Guess we'll find out. Moving across the map now that link speed is done. And I'm gonna start... No, it was just a Reaper. Get and surround on him. And I'm gonna be starting up my Roach Warren now too. Roach Warrens are very important in this matchup. Pretty much all the time you do want to make them, especially if you feel like your micro is the one thing that's holding you back. Like, technically speaking, Hellbat all-ins and, you know, Liberator play and whatnot is easily dealt with as well with playing just Mutilating Bane. But you gotta make sure you micro your queens and your banelings and very well. And most of the time it's just a lot more easy, especially in lower leagues. Even if you plan on playing Mutilating Bane, to just simply throw up a Roach Warren too. I would actually recommend throwing it up every single time you throw up your third base. And you can see, like, I went for a quick third base timing here. Now, I do want to know whereabouts the Hellions are. I'll be making not too many of them, actually. I'm only going to be making a couple. I made a couple too many, actually. I meant to make, like, 4. I think I made... Yeah, I made 7 in total here. Not the biggest of deals. We'll move over a couple of these guys. Actually, I'm going to move it over here. It's because they tend to swoop in from that angle. And I can easily defend the other end with relative ease with just a couple of roaches. We need to make sure I start scouting about as well in the main base, and I'm gonna be starting up the lair here too. So 2 more gases in this base and an Evo chamber or 2 as well. So top gas guys are already saturated here. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is the usual approach here. So just putting the roaches in the mineral line. Obviously, this overload right here is very important too, because I can then know what is going on. I'm looking here mostly whether or not there's a third CC down. Doesn't look like it. He's also not actually having an add-on here. This could be Liberator play, could also just be a Marine medevac timing attack. Either are totally viable. Alright, I'll go ahead and get this gas geyser here too. And start up +1/+1, and then we'll start non-stop roach production. I do want to make sure I have a little bit of scouting here to see whether or not there's like a hidden base for my opponent. And honestly, my creep spread has been pretty horrendous. Pretty horrendous so far. Alright. That's okay. Moving this guy over. And as long as we just make non-stop units here, I think we're okay. Haven't seen a Liberator yet. This could very well just be a Hellbat alien push with a bunch of Marines as a backup too. I don't know if it is though, but there's no third base up from him yet, so there's very little to worry about here. As long as I hold this aggression, we should be in a very good place. I don't even know if he's actually gonna push. I mean, I'm being patient here, right? I have no reason to push in. There we go. Was not the most beautiful engagement for me, but should be just fine. I sort of gave him most of my units. But as you can see, like, it doesn't matter all too much. As long as you hold that aggression, you're fine. I'm gonna follow this up with a bunch of workers. I'll just get an extra base here as a follow-up too. So, make sure these guys are over in the natural. I do want to start pushing now though. +1/+1 is about to finish, and we can deal with all of this stuff easily. Like, he just gave me one of the medevacs. Medevacs are very important for Terran players, particularly early on in the game. Like, once they have like 8 or so, you know, they can cut some corners, but right now they really cannot afford doing that. Well, looks like I got actually a bunch of drones in my mineral group, or in my group here. Not really necessary. Okay. And just in case, I think I'm gonna get this base as a backup too. I do want to make sure I start moving out shortly. I definitely will have the upper hand here in army. But obviously, you don't want to, you know, cut it too close. Okay, since he's trying to go for a third here, I'll have to get moving. Can't really afford to him to have that. I don't think he can actually afford having that base right now either, though, just because, well, he could maybe hold me back. But I was gonna say, like, I don't think he's gonna be able to do too much as far as, like, holding onto that base goes. I hope I can, you know, not lose it. That would be nice. No. Oh, I thought I cancelled it. That sucks. That actually really sucks. We have a backup base going up though, but that's a big amount of minerals lost there for no apparent reason. Target firing a thing down, there we go, one of them does fall. Putting up some static defense now that I have plenty of stuff anyway. And I guess I'll move out shortly. We can wait it for a little bit, but I do have to keep in mind here that my economy is not like the biggest I've ever had it to be, so even though I got some units here left over, I'll just leave a couple behind and go for the push here instead. Okay. Oh. Oh, almost got him. Alright, you guys can come with us then as well. I'll make sure to send a couple of workers, or a couple of units over to that base too, and we'll saturate the gas once again. Oh, he actually still had units? Interesting. Didn't anticipate he would. We just have to make sure we don't lose all of our stuff here. This should be okay though. Okay, so we're defending all the bases with relative ease once again, and just pushing onwards here. And this is important, like this move here is really good for me. Because if I, like, he's basically trying to just make me sit back, right? He's trying to have me not move across the map here. Now, I don't need to, like, risk it too heavily either. I mean, that's just pointless. But, I mean, as long as I can clean up most of this stuff, we're in an okay place. I'm gonna start transitioning here towards a bunch of extra units too. Okay. I'm gonna just make sure we don't lose, you know, stuff at random. As long as he's not landing this base, we're in an okay place. He's going for siege tanks though, so that's one thing to keep in mind here. I want to start tacking up towards, you know, a hive and whatnot. That would help me out a lot. Let's make some workers as a follow-up. We got a huge army. Just playing it very cautiously. I know very well that this is a little overcautious as well. But I mean, I just don't really want him to take another base if I cannot avoid that, right? Interesting move down by him. I think he's just trying to take the risk here. Okay. Actually, no. I don't want that. I can add on a couple of Hydras here too, that's fine. As long as I get my my Vipers out, we should be in a great place. Still have a couple units set up here and there. Once again, not really taking any unnecessary risks. I really should be taking a mothership, or like not a mothership core. Oh hey, look, it's a dead command center. Great. Alright, there we go. We did get the experience. Oh, moving back now. No reason for me to stick around. He's probably gonna follow this up with one big all-in, which is the most like logical solution to the problem that he's having right now. The Zerg forces are gonna be practically unstoppable at this point. If I can engage him on creep, that's huge. If I can't, that would, you know, make it a little more complicated, but we'll keep scouting about here with some of these things as well. Obviously, do want to check that he doesn't have any hidden bases or anything. But we should be in a good place here. Just adding on a couple Vipers shortly. We'll start pulling up a couple of Evo chambers here soon, too, just so we can have enough to spot what's going on. Gonna get Burrow, gonna get some other units as well. Splitting up my army preemptively here. I got plenty of creep spread right now to spot the stuff coming in time, and we start up a couple of Vipers. Okay. So we'll move these guys over there. He knows about this base now, so maybe put up a little bit of creep spread. Add on an Ultra Cavern. Add on +3 armor. +2 attack. And I want to switch into Ultralisk in a little bit. We may very well be able to finish off the game though, but just in case that we don't, gotta be soaking up some energy on these Vipers and then we'll move across the map. Just in case I don't, I'm gonna be switching into Ultraling Bane, which is gonna be very good against the comp that he's having. You know, that should be the nail in the coffin here. Now obviously there's still a chance of him coming back, but you can notice like I'm playing very, very safe here. Not really taking any unnecessary risks. Just trying to be smart about the advantage that I have. So he's definitely trying to get 4 bases back up again. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, not quite. Get him. Can I get him? I don't know if he's gonna hang out right here out in the open or not. Oh no, he's not. Alright. We'll get moving across the map here. Ultralisk Cavern is done. We'll put up a Spire here just in case as well. Actually, accidentally just messed up a couple of my hotkeys there. Made it a little more difficult for me to deal with this stuff. But we should be okay here either way. Alright, let's go. These guys are gonna be my hit squad for dealing with defense. Hotkey 6. You guys have been promoted to Hotkey 6. Congratulations. I'll split up a couple of these dudes. Okay. So this engagement here should do a lot of damage. Okay. So we may lose this base, but as you can see we're dealing with everything else. Adding on Ultralisk right now as a follow-up, which are really good against siege tanks. I hope he doesn't kill 2 bases, that would suck. No, he's not going to. But it replays whatever drones we lost here. He's actually having another base up there, which is rather annoying. We'll also make some extra workers over in that base. He's pretty resilient here, but I mean, we just have a lot of income right now. That's gonna be tough for him to follow up with. Got a lot of Ultralisk incoming here. We'll start up +3/+3 for both of those. And my opponent just simply says GG. So you can see, like, I'm playing very slow, very methodical, and that's one of those things I've been trying to work on, right? If you've been watching any of the videos of a couple of weeks ago, or like a couple months ago maybe, I've been practicing this for a while. I basically try to go for the face, like go for the throat. If I know I have an advantage, boom, go. Try and attack him, try and kill him. And I've noticed I gave away a lot of advantages that way, because sometimes you ended up not winning the game, and you'd be left over with absolutely nothing, like a terrible economy. So I still think I can work up to a faster drone count and like work on droning a little bit more aggressively. But I've been trying to take like guaranteed advantages rather than taking risks, right? So I'm basically trying to make sure I get the lead no matter what, rather than, you know, try and take a victory really quickly and jump into the next game instead when you lose. I mean, it's better to just, you know, work on those guaranteed leads rather than taking the risk. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope at least you find it useful in one way or another. Let me know if you'd like to see more content like this by hitting me up with that like button down below. And if you're interested, hit that subscribe button as well so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!